Welcome, 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 and thank you for joining us for another L7 Solutions Friday briefing. Today we are going to discuss something that I find really amazing, and that's AI and deepfakes. So we've been seeing AI brought to us in so many different ways, from the Google Assistant to Siri. Now there's even AI, from what I understand, at fast food restaurants, where if you go through a drive-through, the AI is now taking your order. At some point, we should probably have robots serving us food, which I do believe they have actually overseas. Um, but what we're going to look at today is we're going to look at two examples. One in which we just change an image using AI, and we can see how AI does this now, almost flawlessly, and it does it very quickly. Um, and we will also take a look at an image in which we change aspects of a still image, and we make the image move, and we make the image speak. So we have to really pay attention to all that we do when it comes to uh, visualizing and using AI today. But just before we get into it, I just want to let you know my name is Ken Tucker. I'm the sales manager here at L7 Solutions. You can reach us at www.l7solutions.com, or you can give us a call. Speak to us about implementing AI, helping you implement AI into your organization, at area code 954-573-1300. But with that, we're going to get into it today. I hope you enjoy it, and let's get started. Okay, so we're going to take a look at our first deepfake. Um, the image that you see on the screen presently is a deepfake uh, image that was created of this particular person. It's a stock image that um, that was simply a change in hair color. But we're going to give a shot, and we're going to try a different deep fake. We're going to add an image here. You can see this is the original image of that person. Um, and we're going to take this gentleman here, and we are going to change this up, and we will say, um, we're going to say, um, give him a dark colored beard and hair on his head to match. He should also be placed in a busy office scene wearing a dark suit. Okay, let's see what we get. These may not always come up um, exactly the way we want them, but let's see what this gives us. And so it takes a few moments for these to be created. But what I want you to keep in mind is, when creating these deep fakes, whether it's an image, whether it's a video, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so there, it didn't place him in an office placement, but it did give this gentleman uh, a dark beard and hair to match, and that is definitely his image. So we have to see if we can maybe preview this a little larger. So there's the gentleman that we just took who had the white beard before. And now it didn't give us the background, but it only takes throwing this image into another scene or throwing it into um, another tool and giving us what we wanted for the background. In this particular case, notice that it did give us the dark suit though. So it put him in a dark suit. Um, still. And so we have to understand that when we are looking at deep fakes, whether really deep or not deep, um, there's nothing. If someone knew this gentleman and they say, "Oh my gosh, oh you got a toupee and you've grown a beard, or this is a younger image of you," um, in reality, he was never wearing this. He never had that hair in this particular case. So we have to be very, very careful as to what we assume and take as real. Um, this is something that, as you've seen, we can do simply by going, pulling up a pulling up an application on the computer and doing it ourselves. This is just the tip of the iceberg of what AI can do. So we have to be careful as to how we use AI. And this goes back into what we talk about when we use Copilot or Microsoft 365 Copilot, or if you're using any other type of AI agent. This is why you want to make sure that you're using AI within a safe environment, your own environment, preferably. Because what happens is when you give AI that ability to reach out beyond your current environment, that's when it can become dangerous. AI is a great tool to use when you have the information and sometimes even when you don't have the information. I believe it was Dr. Dr. Uh, gosh, I can't remember the gentleman. I believe it was uh, Michael DeGrasse, um, who said that um, who said that when you allow AI to give you information and you use it in the form of Google, it's typically going to be 85% correct. Um, and we have to take that into account. If we allow it to reach out to the internet, there are some things that it's going to take and give us correct information. But we also have to understand that when we are using AI is really AI is an LLM. It's a large language model. That large language model is really designed or uh, in a way that what it does is it reaches out and it grabs information from all over the internet. So you put your topic in and it grabs this information from this blog or from this published work or this item and this item and it puts it all together and then it spits out what you're looking for. Now, what you have to understand is that some of that information that is that it's grabbing from may be information that's gotten out there and has some sense of notoriety, and it has been popular, but might not be correct. And so we have to truly understand that unless we are using AI in our own environment, as we like to have our customers do with M365 Copilot, unless you're using it in your own environment, providing your own information where you know that is the information that is correct for your business, you have to understand that it may give you incorrect information. it may give you incorrect information. There's always a chance. Um, so you have to truly make sure that you are parsing the information that AI gives you. And sometimes you have to check and ask AI. Sometimes just a simple ask of AI, is there any information that you made up in this response? And it may give you a yes in that. And so you have to sometimes double check the response that AI gives you. But this is a perfect example here on the screen of AI faking an image. It looks real. If you kind of comb through and look through this image, it all looks real. I mean, there's shadows, there's small hairs on the gentleman's face. I don't know if we can zoom in on this. No, no, we can't zoom in on this particular one. But you can see small hairs on his face where the beard or maybe where there was a missed shave or something of the sort. Um, but we have to make sure that we truly, and this is not something like this is not done in a manner of like Photoshop, where we would say take an image and cut it out of one image and then just drop it on. We can always tell those images a lot. It's, you know, you're going to see the edges where maybe some of the fading blends into the clothing. This looks as if this gentleman was standing right there in this shop. So again, we've got to be careful. We've got to be on the lookout for things that happen or images that we see, and we can't truly always believe what we see. I'm going to show you hopefully in another um, demonstration. You can't always believe what you hear either. So, um, but yeah, this is one great example of a deep fake in where the original image is different than what we are actually seeing. Now, this would, however, work great if you said, "Hey, give him this hair, give him this," and make it for a business profile photo. I listen. I have done that for business profile photos because it's a nice look, and it gives the presentation, and sometimes you're just not there the day that they're taking photos for for your company photos. So this is a great tool to use in a situation like that. Throw yourself in a suit without having actually been in a suit at that particular time. So um, let's move on to the next one and let's see what else we have. Okay, so now let's take a look at what can happen using with a deep fake being used for video. Here is an unsplash image from Alex Russo. So we do want to give credit to Alex for this beautiful photo. But if we take this photo, this is simply a still image that Alex took, and we take this still image and we run it through AI. I'm going to show you the final product. This took about 15 to 20 minutes to create, and that was doing other things. If one's focused, they could probably create what I'm going to show you in all of, I'd say, 5 to 10 minutes. Um, and that's with the processing included. So let's take a look at that. Okay, and here we are with the image that was created from that original image. Now, if you take notice, AI, we've used AI to change the color of the dress. And remember, the important thing is that it was a still image that we were working with. But
Imagine a world where every idea, no matter how bold, can come to life in seconds, where small businesses can automate the mundane, uncover insights hidden in data, and create content that once required entire teams. Artificial intelligence isn't just a tool, it's a creative partner, empowering you to do more than you ever thought possible. Working with the right MSP is your best and safest move when it comes to implementing AI in your small business.
So as you can see, we can not only um, we can not only change change the image. We could have changed the background. We could have changed all sorts of things with this image. Uh, but I kept it simple to make the processing faster. But what we did was simply generate a moving image, and along with that moving image and body movement, uh, she was now able to speak whatever verbiage we decided to give her, and we were able to choose the voice and so on that we wanted to do. So uh, we have to really be on the lookout for the things that we see nowadays, because AI is creating everything around us. We're using it in every facet. We're using it in so many different ways. And some of the things that we think we're seeing truly may not have actually taken place. So, again, keep a lookout. Work with a good MSP, someone like L7 Solutions, uh, to help you implement AI in the best possible way, and then most importantly, the safest way, uh, because there's so much out there that can get bias, whether it's through simply words, whether it's through an image, or whether it's through a combination of both of those, as in with this image. If I had not told you that this was AI, and especially if I did say a shot, which this particular application allows you to do, a mid-level shot, so from arms up, um, if I had not told you it was AI, you might not have thought twice about it. If it were, say, in a commercial, or if it were in some sort of an ad. Um, so we have to think about the fact that uh, AI sneaks in on you because you're not expecting it. When we're talking about AI or we're talking about deepfakes, you're thinking that everything is AI. You may think that my voice right now is AI speaking to you about this. I'm going to tell you that it's not, but the reality is that when we're not expecting it, it sneaks in on us, and we have no idea. There's so many things that we see on the web, on YouTube, on various things that are AI generated, and we don't give a second thought about it. A lot of YouTubers now uh, simply create their own avatar, and they do their videos through AI, letting AI do the speaking, so on, just like we did here in this particular image. And again, remember that came from a still image, and that created motion and gave her a voice. And so, as far as you're concerned, this is just a nice girl, nice woman who is giving a little talk about whatever we told her to speak about in this particular case. So, again, start thinking about how you want to implement AI and how you want to protect yourself um, with or using AI or from AI. Again, working with L7 Solutions, uh, putting putting your data, putting your information in your own environment. That's one way to truly uh, help protect yourself. Uh, Not that you can't use other platforms, but there are are levels that we have to be concerned with in how we go about protecting that information and using the information that we gather from the internet and so on. So, with that, uh, that's our presentation for today with a couple of deep fakes. And I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you learned a little something, and we will see you next time. Have a great weekend. Bye for now. As a reminder, please don't forget If you are looking to do anything within cybersecurity solutions, AI consults, or managed on-premise and cloud services, especially cloud services, we are here to help you. And feel free to contact us. We're located in Plantation, Florida. Our phone number is area code 954-573-1300. Our website you can always find us at www.l7solutions.com. Again, my name is Ken Tucker. I'm the sales manager here at L7 Solutions. You can reach me via email at ktucker@l7solutions.com. I really hope we hear from you soon. We look forward to hearing from you, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great weekend. And if we don't see or hear from you before the holidays, the upcoming holidays, you have wonderful holidays as well. Bye for now.